I think India is probably the country that has the maximum number of 24-hour news channels, all of which are owned by major corporations. 99% of their turnover comes from corporate advertising. So they are like incredibly vicious propaganda machines, 24 hours a day, calling these people who are resisting the takeover of their lands terrorists, when, in fact, the Indian Constitution in 1996 had an amendment which says you are expressly not allowed to take over tribal land for any purpose. But the Prime Minister wants to vandalize the Constitution. The rebels want to actually actualize the Constitution. This is a strange thing that's going on there. And in that battle, which is a real battle in the forests, a propaganda battle in the cities, Operation Green Hunt has various kinds of urban avatars. You have laws that have been passed, like the Special Public Security Acts, similar to the laws in Kashmir, the kind of killing that they have been doing in Kashmir, the kind of torture, the kind of humiliation of people in Kashmir and Manipur. Those wars have all migrated to the heart of the country now. And you have torture centers all over. You have the poorest people, now in their hundreds, imprisoned for waging war against the state or for committing sedition, and all of that is going on. And yet, you know that the battle, which has always normally, historically been won by these mining companies, is in a very interesting stage, because on the one hand, while Western countries were developing and industrializing and developing laws of democracy and citizenship and so on, of course they had their colonies where they were committing genocide to extract their raw material. But in India, you have today both things happening. You have a country that's modernizing, developing the language of democracy, but having to colonize itself, So I always say that the most successful secessionist struggle in India has been the secession of the middle and upper classes into outer space, where they've joined the rest of the world's elite, and they look down and say, what's our bauxite doing in your mountain? What's our water doing in your rivers? And actually, it's become very difficult for me now to have a conversation where I use terminology like India or China or so on, because it is the elites that have appropriated to themselves that whole nation. But who says that they are the nation? Yeah. So there is a civil war in India, and now they are actually planning to deploy the army in central India to create a good investment climate.